Yo, what's up, you guys? So right now I'm in Vegas. I'm actually in my third week. Well, I didn't really work too much this week. I did my 2 weeks over the road, and it just so happened that like on Friday or Saturday, I ended up getting a route that went like 30 minutes away from my house from Texas. So I took advantage of that. It was Father's Day on Sunday, so that was a blessing. I got to see my kids and stuff like that. But I actually came to Vegas, and I took most of this week off. I was pretty tired from like having to sleep in my truck and stuff. It was still kind of getting used to all that. But I want to discuss something that I really thought about, and I know that you guys, so a lot of you guys have to be wondering, because before I went over the road, I was always wondering these things, and I did my calculations. Well, let me give you perspective. So I did my first 2 weeks over the road. It took me a long time. I procrastinated a long time as far as going over the road. I was getting a lot of local work in California. And so I was, kind of getting content to making that money. It's still not bad. I was making like 10 to 12,000 a month, right? I made 13K in 2 weeks that I was over the road. But before I left, I didn't understand the load boards. I was super scared to talk to the brokers for no reason. I hadn't even had a discussion with them, and I was already super scared. And I decided, you know what? Let me hit up some of these dispatchers. Let's see what they could do for me. And don't get me wrong. Look, I'm not gonna talk bad about them, because I truly appreciate everything they did for me. They got me some work. They got me 13K. I really didn't have to do nothing but drive. And before I go any further, if you guys don't mind, if you guys don't want to go and hassle with looking for the loads or speaking with people, and you don't mind giving up 10% of your routes or whatever you make for that whole week to your dispatcher, then that's cool. That's the formula that works great for you, and it was working great for me. But I started to do some calculating in my head, and I think I'm gonna approach this a lot different, because this is what I thought about. So I had to pay the dispatcher like $675 or something like that my first week. My second week, it was a little bit slower. I still paid about $540 or something, like 500 and something. So just think about that. I paid my dispatcher $1,200, almost $1,100 or whatever that it ended up equaling out to. And like I said, man, I'm not talking bad, because they did get me work, but I'm just thinking about it. I paid my dispatcher over $1,000 in 2 weeks of doing work, right? $1,000, I'm glad. I was grateful that he gave me the work, gave that to him. But I started to do research on these load boards, and you could get the basic version of DAT for like $40, and you could get the higher one for like 100 and something. And same thing with Truck Stop. You could get that for like 100 and something bucks, right? Let's just say you invest in 2 load boards, right? You invest in 2 load boards, or whatever you want to do, one. And with that, you reach out to everybody. You pay about $300 a month, but you save that money that you're giving to the dispatcher. So basically, I worked 2 weeks over the road. I paid about $1,100 to my dispatcher. When I was discussing things with my dispatcher was mentioning that the reason that my second week was a little bit slower is because some of these brokers don't want to work with me, because my company is brand new. So that tells me that when they're hitting up the broker or whatever, they're giving them my company information. They're not utilizing their MC number or anything like that to give me an advantage to get these loads that I can't get myself. So I started thinking, all right, so if I spend $300 a month and I start booking my own loads, right, I don't have to give up 10%. I'm already giving up money to my factoring company. I'm already giving up money in diesel. I'm already giving up money to all my expenses, my insurance and everything. Why do I want to give $1,000 every 2 weeks? Let's just say $2,200 a month to a dispatcher, just for them to do the same thing that I could do. Like, I'm a people person. I don't have a problem contacting these brokers. I just figure, you know what, these dispatchers, they can leverage their contacts, they can leverage this, which I'm sure some of them do, leverage that. But at the end of the day, if the broker doesn't want to work with you because your MC number is brand new, I highly doubt it that they're going to want to work, give that same route to the dispatcher that's booking the route for you. You know what I mean? So, I mean, look, you guys can do whatever you want to do. I still get along really well with my dispatchers. I don't want to tarnish that relationship because I don't know what type of position I'm going to be at in the near future, right? But just thinking about the bigger picture, if I'm a businessman and my goal is to make money and try to keep as much cash flow in my business as possible and try to keep as least of it going out, why the heck am I going to pay somebody 10% of what I'm making when at the end of the day they're doing everything that you could do as far as reaching out to the brokers and doing all that stuff? They're just taking a chance. They're just making that call saying, hey, this is what I see this route, I'm calling about this. Can you do it for this price? No? Okay, you could do it for this price, and you could choose yes or no, I'm gonna do it. It's the same thing. A lot of times I was talking to our dispatcher and I didn't really feel like I had a choice as to what route I should get. You know, I wasn't looking at the load board or anything, and they would just kind of hit me up and be like, yo, I got you a route going from here to here. And I'm grateful because I had work. It kept the wheels spinning. You know, that's the whole point of me going over the road, to make money. But, you know, this is just a rant, y'all. I'm just going to show you. I'm going to proceed with my new strategy. My new strategy is going to be where I just try to dispatch myself, you know. I'd much rather spend $300. Let's say it's not even $300. Let's say $150 or $200 a month, $40 a month if you don't want to get all the other extra load boards. But just some food for thought, you guys. I just wanted to, you know, to share these thoughts because I know that I was blown away by. It hurt me, bro. It hurt me when I had to give up the $1,100. You know, I knew I had to do it, but I didn't want to do that because that's my money, bro. Like, how you gonna take all that money from me, you know? Regardless, man, you know, it's turning into a rant. More than anything, like I said, if you guys want to take any advice based off of what I just went through, get yourself a load board. Go on there, man. It is so easy to see. Most of them already have their prices displayed on there. Some of them want to be called. Some of them want to be emailed. You just follow the steps. They're going to tell you if yes or no, you know, and if they say no, you move on to the next one. If they say yes, then that's great. You know, you get yourself your own work. I'm going to be documenting all this, man, and I am going to get better at doing all this stuff. When I get better, you guys are going to get better because I'm going to share my journey with all you guys. You know, that's why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because I'm going into this so blindsided. You know, I learned from somebody that was doing just local work, and you know, I feel like there's only so much local work that you could do before you want to advance. You know, I want to be wealthy, and I'm not going to be able to get myself out of the box unless I work really hard for the next couple months or next year or whatever. But it's enough of my rant. I'm about to hit the road. I'm actually going back home to California, you know, chill out for the rest of the weekend. It's Friday right now, so I'm gonna chill out for the rest of the weekend and try to start work on Monday. I hope I have some exciting news for you guys. I'm gonna do everything myself, like I said. If y'all want to work with dispatchers, there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, I still get along with mine. I'm actually gonna be helping them out with a few things. So it's all about relationships, you know, and you have to know the type of person that you are. If you know that you're not good at talking, or you don't even want to deal with any of that, you don't mind giving up that 10% of your income to somebody, then dude, you got it made. Just hit yourself up, hit up your dispatcher, get in contact with a good dispatcher, let them do the work for you, man. But just don't get played out here. If you can save, you know, $2,000 extra a month, think about it. Man, I don't know about y'all, but that could cover my truck payment. It could cover, you know, most of my insurance, or a good majority of my insurance right there. Actually, not most of it. I'd say about half of it. But it is what it is. I'll see you guys later. I will be uploading more often, both short and long videos. But I hope you guys can learn from me.